Alright, here we go. We're recording for the last time on this project. Pretty much, if I don't finish it on this video, I'll finish it off screen and then do a little 2-minute clip after kind of done it. I don't think I'm probably going to have to do that. But today is a flipping scorcher where I am. You may not think it is, but I think it's got up to 30 degrees Celsius outside, which in northern England is flipping boiling. You can call me a wuss, but then like come to me when it's -5 and I'm fine and you're begging for a coat. Like, so it's all a matter of perspective of what's cold, what's hot. It's definitely boiling here. So hopefully you can see. Well, actually I've not turned my little desk LED desk lamp on. I'll do that so you guys can see a bit better. That's not good. It's not got any charge. Oh well. It's a solar panel desk lamp thing. So I'll leave it so it's run out of charge. Okay, good start to a video. Smashing my desk, smashing everything. No light. My blinds are down at the moment to try and keep the heat up. It's still sweltering here. I'm still in just topless, shirtless at the moment because it's just too hot. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't, my pasty white skin doesn't show up in this video. But I'm doing everything I can to keep it cool in here, but it's a pretty good day. Finished work a bit early, trying to chill, enjoyed a game of Age of Empires with my dad, because me and him enjoy playing each other at that. Today was a pretty decent game, playing a regicide, so we had to kill each other's king. I decided to play more aggressively than I usually do, I think, as I found, as I'm a lot more reserved player and I don't like use, like, if you leave me to achieve, and like usually you can have any victory condition, which can be like economic, religious or military victories in Age of Empires, kind of like those 3 ways to win. I will usually try and win for economics, as I can consistently just win for economics, as that's the part of the game I'm better at than, like, military I'm not as good as, but I'm trying to improve. So yeah, and this game turned out to get better and better, but better at me showing how aggressive I can get, as I noticed that when I scouted out his town briefly, that it was right next to a river, and the river was decently sized, so I could build a dock a bit of a way away and build some nice cannon ships which can absolutely wreck everything near the shore. And that's what they did, because most of his village and town was near the shore, so I just got to blow them up. So it was a bit of a good thing from me. Obviously you can say that's unfair because he's next to a river, I wasn't, but equally, like, the best way to like fight boats is to build boats yourself, which he could have done. I don't know what background noises you can hear because my windows are wide open today. I know my dad's round the back hammering away at mortar on bricks so he can put the bricks in the garden as kind of landscaping and stuff to make a brick wall, which is we have and I like in the back of our garden. How are we doing for time? 4 minutes. Oh, not bad. Take off a minute at the start for mutual destruction. And yeah, last episode I managed to edit it so it flipped it around so you guys can see it a bit better, which is good. I've got my next project, so hopefully you guys saw that a bit better and enjoyed it a bit more. Yeah, like I said, this will be the last video on it, and hopefully it's a decent video. I've got my next project planned out. What am I trying to say? Yeah, next one is planned out for you guys, so I can hit you hard and soon with it. I went down to my local cross-stitch store, which I love, is my second favourite shop in the world, besides the local board game store card game store, whatever you want to call it. Friendly local game store is what people call it online, or local game store. FLGS or LGS online is what they call them. This is local craft shop. I would say it's fair to say they specialise in all kinds of haberdashery, which is like sewing, knitting, anything to kind of do with fabrics, embroidery, I should know because it's crochet, anything to do with like wool or thread. It comes into haberdashery. They kind of specialise in that, but they have like pots and paints and other things. And I think a large part, the lady who runs it, she does like adjustments. So I think they may have like rebranded slightly from a craft shop to like craft and clothing adjustments. So I think that's pretty cool, and certainly not a bad way for them to get revenue. They have a little stall up in this mill kind of department store, and it was nice to go to. Nice to have a good chat with her, pick up some threads, pick up some more Akeda. I need to learn how to say what I'm using on a daily basis for craft. So yeah, I picked up some threads for my next project. I was a bit wary when I bought them because obviously I could pick out different colours if I wanted them, but the pattern, you'll see the pattern when I do it, but the pattern I'm doing, like, I know what the colours should be as it's like on designs and characters and stuff that I know which have been designed before in real life. So to me it's a wee bit questionable about kind of how exactly the colours looked, because it's like these aren't exactly the right colours, and obviously it's not shop's fault, not DMC's fault who make the threads that I bought, but more so the pattern, which was a bit dodged, but we'll see. I'll try them out, and if not, if it looks good, if it works, if it represents what it's meant to represent well, then good, and if it doesn't, then yikes. And if it doesn't, I'll just try again in a while, because I don't think the next one's going to be a particularly fun pattern for me because it's a lot of block colour, but it certainly I think will be a pattern that I enjoy doing because it's something which I like. It's logos and symbols from a game I really like. So stay tuned for that as the next mystery thing. In terms of this, I've been kind of critiquing this for a while as I've been going through, and like I've really liked this as a project for me because it allows me to make judgments on how it looks as pixel art and like how I want to change it or revamp it. But I really like the animation and the frames. I'll post a link in the description, hopefully, if I remember. I should remember. To the animation, which was posted on Reddit. So I posted the Reddit page that it's on, and you can see it there. It's a really nice animation for just a few frames. Hopefully you didn't hear me getting a message on Messenger. Then shush Messenger. That's on my laptop. I should learn to mute my laptop. Let's do that now. So yeah, I lost my train of thought because of Messenger. So post that down below, give thanks to the guy, and it's really who made it if you want. And it's a good exercise in my creativity and my technical skill with cross stitch to learn how to like change a pixel art or change a pattern if I don't exactly like it or agree with it. Not agree, I don't know. If I don't exactly think, oh, this is how I want it to look, then like I can learn how to change it to make it more how I want to look. And I think sometimes you just have to bash it, like if it's an actual cross stitch pattern, I think just bash away at it and see how it looks after the first time and trust in the pattern maker, unless you don't trust them. I'm going to see how it looks, and it should look good. If it doesn't, then give it a retry with some different threads, slightly different patterns, like if you change the edges, change the shape of it a bit. But yeah, think we've got almost 10 minutes now, and I've not done, like I've done, let me just do this last stitch. So I've done the first stitch for the top half of the bow, and you can see it, it's a nice bright blue. This is like one of the reasons I was really drawn to this pattern, this nice bright blue, like energy sword, like bow, a bow made of energy. It's not energy sword. Swords don't exclusively get the right to be energy weapons. Bows do too, in this case.